Okay, so we have this problem here that we are going to read and then put into numbers instead of words. So if you want to pause this and write this down, that's a good chance to do this. Okay, so 3 times the sum of 3x and 2y is added to 5 times the sum of x and 4y. So if I have 3 times something, I'm going to write down 3 times. And this is 3 times the sum of 3x and 2y. Sum, remember, tells me I need to add, so I'm going to add 3x and 2y. Right now, with order of operations, this tells me that I would do this first, which that's not what it says. It doesn't say 3 times 3x. It says 3 times the whole sum. So I need to add in some parentheses. That way it's 3 times the entire sum. Then it says that this is added, so I'm again adding, to 5 times so again I'm going to do 5 times the sum of 3 and 4y. So sum of x and 4y. So again, sum is addition, so x plus 4y. We need parentheses though, that way it's 5 times the whole sum, not just 5 times x. So here is our expression now in words, and we are going to simplify it using our properties. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Okay, so I'm going to start with this right here. This was the property that we learned yesterday, the distributive property. Normally, order of operations tells us to start with the parentheses, but we can't add 3x and 2y because they are not like terms. So I'm going to move on to multiplication, which is what the distributive property is. So I'm going to multiply this 3 to both parts. 3 times 3x is 9x, and then 3 times 2y is 6y. So now I'm going to move on to the 5 times x plus 4y. I'm going to distribute again. Positive 5 times x is positive 5x, so plus 5x. And then positive 5 times 4y is plus 20y. Now you might be able to just combine like terms from here, but I'm going to show you why we can just combine like terms, and that's because of our properties. So this first step, we use the distributive. So that was the distributive property. Now I'm going to use the commutative property to rearrange this. So I'm going to rearrange it so that my x's are together and my y's are together. So this is now 9x plus 5x, then my 6y plus 20y. And again, I can change the order because the commutative property tells me I can. Commutative. And we are adding, so this is the commutative property of addition. Now on to our grouping. So I'm going to put the parentheses in. So 9x plus 5x I'll do first. Then I'll do 6y plus 20y before I put it all together. And remember, grouping, the parentheses, that's the associative property. And that gives us 9x plus 5x is 14x plus 26y. and the 14 is x's, the 26 is y's. Not the same variable, so we can't combine them at all. But that is why from our first step you could have just gotten 14x plus 26y. It's because of our properties.